All right, it is Friday, and you know what that means, just like Henry said. It is time for the NPL Video Game Club on this Friday, June 23rd of 2023, 6/23/23. How about that, huh? But yeah, hope you're all having a good week thus far. Happy Friday to everyone here, and happy birthday to Sonic the Hedgehog, huh? 30 years, officially, with Sonic the Hedgehog, the blue blur that we all know and love. Happy Friday to you. Hello, everyone. Let me just catch up here with the chat. Hello, Sam. And you know what, Sam, I saw your message, your comment earlier. I'm so glad to hear you were back home. You were good. You were on the road to recovery. That is awesome. Really great to see you back, but glad to hear you're in good health. Herb, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for the continued support. Hello. And Henry, as always, with the AEW reference, but I've kind of borrowed it as a matter of speaking. I used it for this, but it's all good. So I left a poll in the chat with a suggestion on what game I should play once I complete Sonic 4. That is the first order of business. But so far, Sonic 1 is at 100% from what I could see. So pretty cool. All right. So yeah, let me begin. There's actually nothing new in terms of programming happening here at the library over the weekend, but nonetheless, there are some orders of business that I do need to talk about here. So first and foremost is the Children's 2023 Summer Reading Challenge, and let me put the link for that in the chat there. So this is started on the 18th, and it's going on until August 26th. Obviously, the image says click for more information, but that's not possible. But if you click on the link that I put in the chat, that'll bring you to the summer reading page for children, which is a challenge for children. And all you need to do is print out a little log sheet, and with your children, you can have them make a log of every book that they've read throughout the summer. And then once they do, they can hand it in to the library over at the children's department, which is on the second floor, and you could earn a prize. So click on the link if you are interested, or if you have a child in the Norwalk or Connecticut area who is interested in participating in the 2023 Summer Reading Challenge for children. Conversely, there is a reading challenge for adults, which I will leave in the chat, the page for that as well. Pretty much the same thing, as long as you have a library card with us at the NPL. All you need to do is make a log of which books you read. You are then entered in a leaderboard, and at the end of the challenge, you will be possibly in the running for some prizes. So this is going on until August 13th. And again, if you click on the link, that'll bring you to the splash page for the Adult Summer Reading Challenge, which then brings you the submission form that you would do to submit a qualifying book that you've read. You can also check out the leaderboard and also check out the challenges. And last but not least, the Seed Library is open with us at NPL, so I'm going to put the link for that in the chat. You walk into our main branch at Belden Avenue. All you need to do is head on over to Studio 1. You will see a big display for the Seed Library. All you do is fill out a little form, and once you fill that in, deposit it, you then are able to grab a wide variety of seeds, which are conveniently placed in packets. All we ask is that you limit your selection to 1 packet per variety, and this is all free. All free. As long as you have a library card, you are good to go. If you click on the gardening page, there's kind of a headquarters to get you started on your gardening journey. It has interviews, how-tos, tutorials, and just tips and tricks to get you going on your budding garden. All right, so what am I playing today? Well, I didn't update the... I wanted to do a little image of both games, but nonetheless, the main kit and caboodle here is Sonic Origins Plus. So in celebration of Sonic the Hedgehog's birthday, which you mentioned in the chat, Sonic is turning 30. Today, I guess officially, June 23rd, 1993, would be his official debut in the stratosphere of entertainment. So Sonic has turned 30, and to celebrate, Sega has released an expansion for Sonic Origins, which came out a little while ago, and this is 32. Yeah, I mean the age, the time frame, I think is a little weird. I'm not sure what they're basing it on. They're probably Sega of America is probably doing the celebration. They're probably doing it in tandem with the U.S. release of Sonic 1. Now, in Japan, I would assume it probably is much sooner or earlier than that. I'm not quite sure actually how much time there was between the release of Sonic 1 in Japan and America. I'm not quite sure, honestly. But nonetheless, Sega has released an expansion to Sonic Origins. They have christened it Sonic Origins Plus. As you can see in the image, Amy is here. So what they've done is they've added Amy as a playable character in the classic Sonic games, as well as giving access to, I believe, all of the Game Gear titles, which I think were 11 or 10, something like that, titles. A lot of them I've never played, honestly. I didn't have a Game Gear growing up, unfortunately. So I had some friends who had it, and there were some Sonic games, Sonic 1, 2, Triple Trouble, Tails Sky Patrol, and things like that. So I was able to play a few of them, but there were quite a few also that I've not played. So apparently they're all available with Sonic Origins Plus. So yeah, I figured I would complete Sonic 4 first, which I think, what Herb told me, there's like one official zone, and then there's like something else after. So if you don't mind, I would complete Sonic 4, and then I would dedicate the rest of the stream to Sonic Origins Plus, if that's cool. Unless you don't want me to play Sonic 4, and you want me to just go right into Origins Plus. I guess I'll leave it up to the chat. I like to complete a game. I don't like to, halfway do it. And I did last week complete quite a few zones for Sonic 4. So I figured I'd complete that, and then I could earn it, the ability to play as Sonic Origins Plus. Sonic and Knuckles is my favorite Sonic game of all time, says Sam. Nice. And so the thing is with this one, I know because of there were legal issues, they had to change the music for Sonic and Knuckles. I know there's quite a few songs in the game that are not available in the Sonic Origins. Just because of legal issues, they just weren't able to do it. Of course, with fan mods, there are ways to probably get around that, but I literally just got the game about an hour before we went live, so I have not tinkered with anything. This is all going to be stock the way it is. But Herb says Sonic 1 was released in North America June 23rd, 1991, in Europe July 1991, and Japan July 26th. So actually, it came out in America first, huh? How about that? That is crazy. But yeah, let's finish Sonic 4, right? We've been through this journey, so let's go through it together. So let me boot that up, and it should retain my settings from last time. So here we go. Sega! Grab my H2O here. So this is the song for Splash Hill Zone, correct? Zone 1? It's a pretty fun song. Alright, so I just need to double check with my sound here and make sure that All right, I did bump the sound down because this is quite a loud game, believe it or not. All right, so should be good. As bad as Sonic 4 is, you're not very far from the end. So what you told me, so I figured I might as well finish it, right? So last week, my first time playing, I completed Splash Hill Zone, Lost Labyrinth, Casino Street, so now I need to do Mad Gear Zone. I've only been able to get 2 Chaos Emeralds thus far because the special stage it's weird. I can't get used to it. And stage 3, it's just a time crunch. You just need to memorize the stage to be able to do it. Sonic was originally definitely made for US audiences to help Sega grab more of the market share from Nintendo in 1991. Yes, and fun fact, Sonic was originally a rabbit. I remember that. Before he was a hedgehog, Sonic was a rabbit. I think he had a name, too. The rabbit had a name, but I forget what it was. It's fine. It was really just an okay game, not the best, but pretty good. Yeah, so, Sam, it's an interesting thing you say that, right? So, you say that because you're younger, and that's cool. You know, you're a younger gamer. This, for you, I remember you said last week Sonic 4 was nostalgic for you. And, all right, so Mad Gear Zone, Dr. Eggman's secret base. But I just wanted to mention that you said that this game was probably your first experience into Sonic. So because of that, this is the game that, like, this started your fascination and fandom for Sonic, probably. For people like Herb, myself, and a lot of others, we were already way into the franchise by the time this came out, and this just, you know, there was a certain standard that Sonic games, a blueprint, as it were, that all Sonic games followed, and this game took that blueprint and kind of like twisted it in a knot, where all of the foundation is there, but the execution, it's just really... I would like to paraphrase Herb. Herb mentioned that everything feels off. And yeah, that's really the best way to describe it. The physics, the momentum, the sense of speed, sorry, I've got something in my eye as I'm talking. The music, the level design, it just feels like an intern had the helm, had the keys to the kingdom instead of, you know, seasoned developers. You know, the blueprint is there, but there's just a lot of things that just feel off. So as a result, it just feels very sloppy and haphazard. Kind of like, all right, best way I could describe it is, you know, you have fighting games, right? There's Street Fighter, King of Fighters, all that stuff. And mostly, for the most part, you play an official version of those games that feel polished. Back in the early 2000s, fans took it upon themselves to make something called Mugen, which was like this open source, pull sprites from everything, Mario, King of Fighters, Sonic, Street Fighter, everything, and put them all in this, like, you could create your own fighting game. So, in theory, that sounds really cool. Like, oh, hey, wouldn't it be awesome to have Mario fight Ryu? I mean, you do that in Smash Brothers now, but at the time, that wasn't a thing. But then once you play Mugen, you're like, oh, this feels really weird. It feels really cheap. And that's kind of like what this feels like. This feels like the Mugen of Sonic. If this was a low-budget game made by inexperienced programmers who maybe played the games in their youth, but never took the time to really understand the fundamentals of what makes Sonic feel like Sonic. I guess that would be the best way for me to put it. Yes, Herb says off. Yep. Sonic was originally definitely made... if I had never played another Sonic game, I think 4 is alright, but having already played 1 through Knuckles at the time and then waiting for like 18 years, it was... Yeah, I could see that for sure. That was just the menu music. Just the menu music. Okay. I've only played it once, so I don't really remember the music. The menu music is pretty fun, though. Mad Gear is fun, if I'm being honest. Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Oh, man. Well, that's another one. Yeah, but there have been fan mods on the PC that let you play the game, and they pretty much fix everything that was broken. So I would love to revisit that. I have Sonic 06 on my 360, but I would love to maybe play the fixed version that fans have made. So maybe one day I can do a Sonic 06 playthrough if you guys want to see me do it. I never beat the game. I quit on 360. I quit playing it during Chaos City, I think is the stage, or is it Chaos City or the levels with the city on fire, whatever it's called, and I just quit. It was just the bugs were just too much at that point. I couldn't continue. It was just, it was bad. There's a completely fixed Sonic 06. Yeah. Crisis City. There you go, Sam. Thank you. But yeah, if you guys want me to play it, I could try to get it and play it. I mean, I have a beefy PC. I can play it. I'd be curious to play Sonic 06 without all those loading screens and without all the physics bugs and all that stuff. But yeah, let me... Okay, so first impression. This looks like Metropolis Zone from Sonic 2. And okay, so you got pistons in the background. Alright, I thought there might have been a platform there. Alright, elevator. Okay. So I will say right now, the big problem here is a lot of the items in the foreground and background seem like they bleed together really weirdly. Oh wow, yeah, those guys are from Sonic 2. So it's hard to tell what's in the foreground and what's in the background. Alright, where am I supposed to go here? Alright. There's that guy. I'm assuming I don't touch the steam here. Which is weird because the game tells you to use the steam before. Oh, great. Alright. I got stuck in momentum there. Alright. Yeah, so it's hard to tell what's the top... Oh, what? Where did that come from? Okay. Enemy hit me out of nowhere. Sure. I guess. Alright. Yeah, see, it doesn't feel fast. The game does not feel fast. So it's hard to tell what's something you can interact with and what's the part of the background. I see. I have a feeling there's spikes here, but I could be wrong. Alright. And I homed in on you. I didn't mean to home in on... Okay, I don't want to touch the spikes. See, these guys explode, but they're in the wall. So what am I supposed to do about that? Okay. Ho ho ho, alright. Try to get me, but that's not gonna work. Okay, so that's straight out of Metropolis Zone. Alright, another checkpoint. You see how even doing the spin dash, it feels like I'm going slow. Like, it doesn't feel right. Alright, hold on. Alright. There's probably a spring that's gonna shoot me up. Alright. Sorry, I'll catch up with the chat in a second, but I'm just trying to make sense of this this stage here. All right, he's got spikes. How am I supposed to know that? You have no time to react. All right. Why didn't he home in? What? I see. A lot of this stuff makes no sense. Okay. Again, no momentum here. So I've got to spin dash, I guess. See how there's a weird pause when you do a homing attack? I just don't, hard to tell. Alright, so you've got to just spin dash. Okay. The timing, you can't time it right. There it is. No rings, though. That's kind of a cheap ending. Alright, let me catch up with the chat here. There's mostly just because it was the first Sonic game I played. You do still think Sonic 6 is a good game? Yeah, well, maybe this fixed version will be good, but not the original. Oh, no. Shadow the Hedgehog wasn't so bad, and Sonic Heroes, Riders, and both adventures were pretty great. Shadow, I never played, because Shadow was on PS2 and OG Xbox, but I never got around to playing those. At the time, I saw Shadow with a gun, and this was... Again, you may be too young to remember, Sam, but at the time, in the early 2000s, it was... Games had to be edgy and dark for whatever reason. It was like a trend. And they decided, hey, Sega of America decided, hey, let's make Shadow edgy. And make it like more teenage... Instead of the younger kids, let's try to attract teenagers. And let's give them a gun. That didn't sit well with me, so I never played it. I'll be honest. Never played it. Sonic Heroes, I think, is fun. Sonic Heroes, it has a lot of bugs, but I think even with that, there's a charm. There's a charm to it. I like Sonic Heroes. I think Sonic Heroes would be a game that would benefit a lot from a remaster. You know, companies are remastering games all the time now. I think Sonic Heroes would be the perfect game to remaster and iron out all the kinks and have online co-op play. Because again, you're playing with a team of 3. Why not? Did you guys hear about Arkham Trilogy coming to... Yes, I heard Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct earlier in the week. They announced that. They announced the Metal Gear Solid Collection. I believe a Dragon's Quest game, I think. Some footage about Pikmin 4, I think. Those games are 8 years old, and it's only coming to Switch now. I also don't see how Switch's 30 FPS is going to run Arkham Knight. Yeah, I played Arkham Asylum, I played Arkham City, I haven't done Arkham Knight, I haven't done Arkham Origins. I don't have a Switch, but I mean, Switch for the most part is, the trend is getting a lot of games that came out 5-6 years ago, especially with the Wii U games, and putting them on the Switch, and it's kind of new because people didn't really buy the Wii U. So in Nintendo's logic, it's like, hey, we're selling you these games that you never heard of before because no one bought the Wii U. Now, should they be charging full price for it? I don't think so. Same thing with the Arkham's trilogy. I don't know what the price is going to be, but if it's any more than $40, I think that's a problem. Shadow the Hedgehog was so awesome. Those branching endings are really fun. Yeah, maybe I'll give it a try one day. But I don't know. I mean, if it's on PC, that would have been the perfect way to play it. Escape the Cog Trap is Act 2. Alright, different song for Act 2. Alright, so the thing that's really throwing me off with this stage, and maybe someone can agree with me, maybe Herb. Herb would probably agree with me. The visual design of this stage is very confusing. It's very hard to tell what's in the foreground and what's in the background. So there are a lot of things, like, for example, these pipes you see. Why can't I jump on them? It looks like, for example, the one on the ground here, okay, it looks like it's in the background. But the one that's on Sonic's left, on the top left, it looks like it's in the foreground. The shading of these background items is very wrong. So there's really hard to tell what I can actually jump on and what I can interact with and what I can't. That is really, really throwing me off. And I understand they want to do like that 2.5D look, to have things, you know, different layers. But when it's hard to tell what's what, that really throws you off. Like when Force Unleashed Star Wars released on Switch, that blew me away since it was on 360. Yeah, I mean, the Switch is... For a while, the Switch was getting a lot more ports than actual real new games. So, you know, for better or for worse, the fact that you can take a lot of these games that were on 360, PS3, Wii U, and you could play them in a portable manner, I guess, is the draw. Again, I don't have a Switch, so I can't really say. You know, I'm indifferent to the Switch. But some people, I guess, if you want to play the Arkham games on the go, I guess that's cool. Now me, that's very hard for me. I am of a generation where I need to have a dedicated screen and just sitting down playing. Even when I was younger, when I had a Game Boy, you know, I would hardly take it on road trips. Because one, there were no backlights on the Game Boy at the time, so if you were playing at night and you didn't have a light attached to it, couldn't see anything anyway, so what was the point? But yeah, Game Boy was the only type of thing that maybe I would travel with, Game Boy Advance. But anything beyond that, I think a game like Arkham, the Arkham games, which are you're meant to listen to the dialogue, you're meant to explore, you're meant to, you know, go at a slow pace. I think that defeats the purpose of taking it portable, because at least for me, if you're gaming on the go, that means you have limited time, right? So let's say you're on a bus ride or on a car ride, on a train, on a break at work. You're probably only going to have 15, 20 minutes or a half hour at the most to be able to do stuff. And in a game like Arkham, what are you really going to accomplish in 20 minutes to a half hour? You're going to beat up 5 thugs and that's it? So it just doesn't seem to me very conducive. Now, if you're playing a simple game like Tetris, or Mario Land, or Yoshi's Island, yeah, you could beat a stage or 2 or 3 in that time frame. It just seems to me like playing newer style games that demand hundreds of hours from you, what are you really going to do in a limited chunk of time? Because again, if you're on the go and you're playing for 6 hours straight, then what are you on the go for in the first place? You're not even enjoying what you're doing. If you're on a vacation, or if you're out on the beach, again, that's just my mentality. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. That's just the way I see it. But anyways, too many flat layers. It's easy to get confused. Indeed, which is a shame because the graphics are good. Yeah, I just don't understand the whole cel-shaded look. I think if they had gotten rid of, or if they toned down the cel shading on Sonic and the Badniks, I think it would be better. The cel-shaded just really, really stands out, and not in a good way. Linda, what's up? Happy Friday to you. How are you doing? Welcome. Alright, so run. Okay, the cogs. So these were in Metropolis Zone. Alright, same gimmick. Now, game design would tell me there's something here. Nope. Alright, I was wrong. I thought there would have been something. Alright, there you go. Got a shield. Oh, alright. Don't want to get crushed by the cogs. Nope. Alright. See, why didn't he home in there? I don't get it. Alright, this stuff is straight out of Metropolis Zone from Sonic 2. Oh, what? There's a collectible. Another shield. Alright, I don't want to get crushed. Come on. These gears move in a very unnatural way. Throws you off. Alright. Oh boy. Alright, so I'm supposed to move opposite. You know what? Should I risk... Oh. Alright, I can't go back. Alright. Alright. Another path. See, what is that? I'm not even interacting with that enemy. Why is it gonna hit me? That's just silly. Alright. Now this guy over here. Cheap hit, very cheap hit. Level design was a pivotal point of classic Sonic games. Indeed, indeed. I'm good, how are you? I'm doing well, Linda. How was your week thus far? Happy birthday to Sonic, right? Happy 30 years. Through the good and the bad, right? I went to Lost Levels recently, and it was great. It's a game store, but it has this arcade machines in the back that you can play for $10. I went there specifically to play Guitar Hero. Okay. I beat Golden Axe for the first time with my cousin. Ooh, okay. Which Golden Axe was it? Was it, so in the arcade, there were two Golden Axe games. There's Golden Axe 1, and there's also Golden Axe, The Revenge of Death Adder. Or is it Return of Death Adder? I forget. One of the two. But yeah, Golden Axe is fun. The funny thing about Golden Axe in the arcade, specifically, when you kill an enemy, they do like a, oh god, you know, they do like a really weird sound. They may sound really weird, but what Sega did, now again, Sega in the 80s and Sega in the 90s, very different Sega than this Sega. Now, those sounds of when an enemy dies in Golden Axe were literally ripped from various action movies at the time, specifically Rambo, Rambo First Blood, Rambo 3, and I believe one was taken from Commando or Predator. So the death cries of the enemies are ripped from those movies, from Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's in Fullerton, California, if anyone's in the area. Okay, Lost Levels. What other games did they have besides Guitar Hero? Sounds interesting. Alright, where am I going here? Invincibility, okay. And that doesn't work. Okay. That doesn't work now, does it? Okay. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Alright, we're moving down, we're moving down. What is that? What is that? Oh my word, what? Okay. Well, that was cheap. Alright. That's too fast, so I've got to hit this to slow it down. Alright. See how I can't home in on attacks in succession? It's very, very strange. I should be able to home in on this stuff with no problem. Alright, what's going on here? Alright, going this way. Oh my word. All my rings. Just null and void. That's some horrible enemy placement. Alright, where am I supposed to go here? Okay. Okay. There's some kind of switch I missed. So I've got to just hurry up. You have no time. With the physics the way they are. Wow. Alright. This is, wild. Oh my word, look at this. Oof. Alright, I got 50 again, but... How was I supposed to know there was an insta-death? Oh my word. That's super cheap. That is really cheap. Oh my... You have... Wow. The amount of time that you have to do this is so small. This goes through the wall. What am I supposed to do against that? It clips through the wall. Oh my word. And they home in on you? What? Oh my word. Alright. Wow, that is just... That is cheap. Oh, okay, he's gonna hit me. I don't know how you're supposed to get enough rings to get the special stage at this point. Especially with all the cheap hits. That is really cheap. Like, the old Sonic games can be cheap too, but that is... The enemy placement is horrible. I will admit that. If this game wasn't split into two different parts, it might have done a bit better overall, but feeling off, and the special stages on top of being two separate purchases is like, ouch. They have a DDR that works perfectly, and a lot of pinball games also. Some Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and a lot more. Nice. Now Street Fighter, I could play that all day. Impending Doom. The physics of this game and cheap hits definitely feel like Impending Doom already. Linda, I believe you did a video on Lost Levels too. Sonic Lost Levels. Which one is that? Or are you talking about Lost World? Right? Isn't that the one with where it's like a Super Mario Galaxy knockoff from where Sonic is on like mini planets. Going to Sonic 1 after this is going to feel so good, especially since Origins has the spin dash. Laughs in commiseration. Yeah, wow. Okay, so now the lights have been turned off. Oh, great. It's a race against the clock. Now, if my momentum was any better, I think I'd be doing all right. Now, are the walls still closing in? Yeah, I might as well... What am I doing? What is this? What is this new mechanic that I'm... Oh, jeez. What? What am I supposed to... Wow. What? Gamer Beast, hello, how are you doing? Welcome to the NPL Video Game Club. I am on my way to hopefully completing Sonic 4 before I begin Origins Plus, but oh boy, I need to go... That's just, oh my god, horrible game design. It's making you slow down when the momentum is just not there to keep up the speed. What? Oh man. Alright, so you need... Why can't I home in on two things one after the other? Why is it forcing me? What? Huh? I was faster that time and somehow I didn't meet the platform. What? Oh my word. What is that, man? What is that? Oh my word. Good thing I have 27 lives, right? This is just bad. This is not enjoyable at any stretch of the imagination. Oh my word. Come on, Sonic. What is this lack of momentum? Oh my... You literally have to know to spin dash that. Wow. Alright, are there any more? There's got to be another instance of a... Alright. Alright, so the stage finally decided not to do the crushing walls anymore. I'm sure it's going to happen again. Alright, what am I doing here? Alright. So logic tells me I gotta spin dash through that. Yeah, that little mechanic is dumb. I'm not a fan of this. Oh my word. Alright, more crushing walls, right? Yep. What am I supposed to do when... I just... Alright, well, invincibility is not going to do me any good if I can't move. Really? Crushing walls with this too? Oh my god. What was that? What was that? That was a horrible stage. I'm sorry. That was horrible. So just wait, you haven't even gotten to the real headache. At least you don't have to start the entire stage over if you lose your lives, just the act. Happy Friday to you, E.C. Myers. How are you doing, buddy? Happy Friday to you. Yeah, at this point, like, I don't even want to get the Chaos Emerald. It's just defeat the real Dr. Eggman. Alright, so that's obviously a troll. It's not the real Eggman. And what I can tell from the thumbnail, that's a repeat of the Sonic 2 Metropolis Zone fight. He's got the spinning orbs on him. But yes, thank you to those of you who are watching. Appreciate it. Alright, so there should be some rings, hopefully. Alright, so in Sonic 2, he's got the orbs. You've got to hit him at the right time. Those little drones come out. And they're explosives, yep. I don't even know, can you destroy these things? Alright, I hit him. He's got rockets. Alright, phase 2. It would appear. Alright, he's gonna throw rockets at me. Oh, alright. These guys. Oh. You gotta, like, speed up and slow down to go between these. What is that? What? Okay, do I spin dash through that? I don't really understand. I voted for Sonic 1, but now that I think about it more, it would be funny if you just played the series backwards. That would be something, huh? Oh, okay. Sonic just stopped mid-run. That's fantastic. Alright. This boss is exactly like the one from SCD. Sonic CD? Well, this was Sonic 2. Metropolis Zone Eggman was just like that with the spinning mini Eggman. But this second phase, I guess you could say it's like fighting Metal Sonic, but I don't really understand the... Can I spin dash here? No, you can't. I can't touch these. So I gotta wait for him to throw the next one. Then I can hit him. I gotta wait for the next one. Oh boy. Alright. Got him. Alright. There goes the flickies. GG, thank you. I don't really know what the strategy was with the blue Eggman and the giant one. Because you couldn't spin dash while you're running. But just wait. Oh boy. Alright, this is the false ending, I guess. He's mad. Ship is on fire. Oh, wait a minute. He's still grinning. Does he go into the egg, death egg? Yep. He's going to the death egg. Oh my fudge, you'll see. But you're in for a real treat soon, says Sam. Oh boy. Wow. You can now select the Egg Station Zone. Final showdown in space. Oh boy. Do you fight Metal Sonic or Robot Sonic in this one? Like in Sonic 2? Alright. Well, at least you get rings. Alright, what? Boss rush. Okay. This is a boss rush. Alright, so that's one boss. It's like Mega Man now. Alright. I don't even remember what the second boss... Oh, Flipper. Eggman, okay. I hit him, but okay. Alright. Alright, come on, Sonic. Come on. You can do it. I'm gonna get more rings. Hey, BG Death Sleeves, Chris, what is going on? Happy Friday to you. Long time no see, hope you're well. John JT, what is up, buddy? How are you doing today? Welcome. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well. This part took me way too long. Alright. This is the level I got stuck on. In Sonic 4 Episode 2, you play Part 1 as Metal. Oh. It saves after each one, but not if you game over. Oh. Doing all right, Chris. Doing all right. How are things with you? How are things with the Dust Sleeve business? Hope things are good. Thank you for stopping by this tiny, tiny little stream, this little corner of the internet. I know it said Sonic Origins Plus. What I wanted to do beforehand is I wanted to complete Sonic 4. I didn't realize it would take this long. with this. Now, there's a gauntlet of bosses that I have to go through. I've been lurking pretty much every Friday. Just haven't had time to come in and say, oh, well, thank you so much, Chris. Really appreciate it. All right, what boss was this? I don't remember. Oh, this one. Okay. Yeah, this one is by chance. You got this the platforms. Oh, man. Well, I messed up there. And to think, I did it correct the first time, but now I messed up here. Alright. I jumped too early. It's funny because when I did it in the actual game, it was fine. Alright, so now he's changing the pattern. The homing attack knocked... The homing attack knocked me into the wall. Wow. That is fantastic. That is great. Why do you bounce up when you do these homing attacks, right? So I've got to wait until it gets me in a corner. You're gonna have a really fun time with this. Oh yeah. Somehow I got lucky. Alright. Alright, there's no way to hit him there. That was indeed, I get it. Alright, I hit him twice. Got lucky. Got him. Okay. Took longer than it should have. On to the next zone. Okay, give me those rings. Oh, no rings. Alright. Which one is this? Oh, this one again? Okay. I didn't think it'd be so soon. It's interesting that it made you skip the other one. He's gonna throw it. Yeah. Oh, what? That was new. Okay. You're gonna get hit by that. How do you avoid that? I don't understand how you're supposed to dodge that. Oh boy. You get no rings? Alright. So you can home in on them. I didn't realize that. Good question, John. I don't know. Nope. You cannot. Alright, so that one bounces really fast. Alright, 2. That one just goes really fast. This is the really big one. Alright, 3. Oh, that one hit me. And I've got 0. Oh boy. Oh jeez. Alright. It's just annoying. That one is really annoying, because I don't when it becomes big, what do? You can't outrun it. And the bottom left corner is you're not safe. So I don't really understand the strat. Alright. He bounces faster, so you slow down. This one, I can do that. Alright. Slow down. Slow down. Oh, alright, I still got a coin, it's fine. So you just gotta know he's coming out, and then you outrun him. Basically what you do. Alright, got him. Just keep running. I just saw a comment from EC Myers. The probe might be a good strat. Alright. Let me catch up here with the chat. I lost so many lives here. I believe it. Also, I'd like to mention in the mobile version, Sonic doesn't look like shiny plastic. Yeah, I heard. And there's actually, from what I understand, on the PC, there are mods you can get that remove the whole shiny cell-shaded look for Sonic, which I think would do wonders, actually, to be honest. You got this, says Linda. Thank you. By the time I was done with this, I was ready for the game to be over. Have you tried turning the game off and on? Or leaving it off, says EC Myers. Might be a good strategy. Alright, Aldo, I gotta say is good luck. Exiting the game is called completing a no-thanks run. That's good. That's good. I'm so late, but that's okay. Yeah, he did good. So again, apologies, haven't started Origins Plus yet because this is taking longer than I thought. But if you know me, you know that I like to complete games. For better or for worse. Alright, so this is the egg robot. Alright. Now you gotta watch out for when he puts his arms up. Uh-oh. Alright, he's looking to home in. Hit him. He hasn't put his arms up yet, which is surprising. Alright, so you just stick around and... Alright. There's got to be a twist to this. This can't be it. There's got to be some other twist to this. This can't be that simple. This is way too simple. And somehow... it hits you. Why? Oh boy. Alright. So just like Sonic 2, the hitbox on Eggman is very inconsistent. Alright, he's spazzing out. What is he doing? I've got no rings. How do I even hit him? Oh boy. Alright. I've got 24 chances to beat him, so hopefully I'll be able to get him. Yeah, indeed, John JT. Good to see you too, bud. I'm glad to see you here, man. I hope you're having a good week. This chat doesn't have that annoying emote pop up. I beat Sonic 2, but not this because of the boss rush. It takes so many hits. Yeah, it does. Not a fan of the overly synthy soundtrack this game has. The electric part is what made me never beat the game. Yeah, I got 24 chances. Hopefully I can do it. See, the whole... Alright. So I gotta not home in. Homing in is not good. 1, 2. So I gotta just jump normally. Just hit him that way. So homing is no good. 1. Oh. Alright, he homes in on you. Alright. Alright, just keep hitting him that way. That's a lot more efficient than just homing in. 1. Alright, so now he's electric. I think if I hit him from behind, that might do it. No? Oh boy, okay. I don't know what the weakness is. Alright, so this is what I gotta do. I've gotta hit the arms. Okay. He's electric. Boogie woogie woogie. You can do it. Alright, here it comes. Oh boy. Alright. Why do I bounce off so much when the homing attack? That's so dumb. Oh boy. The game encourages you not to do the homing. Wow. Alright. Homing attack is useless. Homing attack is absolutely useless. Now you gotta see where it's gonna fall. You see how the homing attack just sends you half a screen away? What? That's so dumb. Oh, jeez. Wow. Yeah, so don't do the homing attack. The homing attack is completely useless. Why does this send you all the way to the other side of the screen? That's so stupid. Wow, can you explain to me why using a homing attack brings you all the way to the other side of the screen automatically? That's very dumb. The whole idea behind the game is that you can link homing attacks together, right, against multiple enemies, but here, you do it once and you're sent all the way to the other end, negating the purpose of it entirely. I think it's still safe to hit him, you just have to hope that you're not too close to the edge when you do. It's certainly a twist. This time you've got it. The whole experience is kind of a troll, to be honest. Never figured out how to beat him. Well, hopefully we could figure out together. So as I've established, homing attack is pointless. One, two. He'll bring his arms up. That means you can't jump. Oh, alright. One. Alright. Hit him again. One, two, three. That was close, actually. Alright, jump. One, two. Alright, he's going electric now. He's gonna hop. Oh, alright. Alright, I got my... Alright. So the idea is to wait for the arm attack. That's the only safe way to hit him. Alright. Wait for the arm to fall. Attack. 2, 3. 1, 2. 3. Alright, so rinse and repeat. He's going to be doing this. Wait for the arm. If you move too far away, it won't hit you. Wait for it to fall. Hit it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And if you're quick enough, 3. Alright. Alright, just grab. Nope. Alright. Doing this. Look at the time limit on this. It's crazy. Alright. If you stay in the corner, you should be fine. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, now he's shooting fireballs. Drop. Move here. And whoop. I move. Oh. What is that? Alright. Now he's shooting the lasers. Uh-oh. Where's he gonna come? Oh, what? What? What was that? What? Okay. So that's just the final hit. And if you're not there to hit him, you both die. Okay. If Aldo beats this game, I'm going to go to my garage, dust off my broken iPad Mini 4, have it fixed, and beat my old Sonic 4 save file. Alright, yeah, this boss takes way too long. This takes way and that is really cheap. Yeah, that is extremely cheap. What is up with that? Yeah, that's... Oh my word. See, why does the homing attack send you away like that? That's horrible. One. Oh boy. Alright. Yeah, the whole bouncing you off to the other side of the screen is... That's a really, really uninspired and dumb tactic. It's just cheap for the sake of being cheap. Alright, move. The arms can't reach you. So that's the safe strat. Alright. Same thing. 1, 2. Alright. I can't hit him. He's going to shoot the rockets. If you go to this side of the screen, you're fine. Wait for it to fall. Hit it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. But 3, that's as good as you're going to get. Alright. Move to the side. The rocket won't get you. But yeah, this whole... Alright, 4. I was able to get 4. Alright. Alright, so now with this, I do have to aim. What is that? Alright. Move back. Move back. Oh my word. Get the ring, get the ring. Oh my word. Wow. This is annoying. This is annoying. You have to hit him like 20 times. Come on. This negates everything that a Sonic boss is about. You know, you don't... Alright, so I can do twice. If I do it really fast. Okay. So I'm learning that. I could do that. Nope. And up. But at this point, the, Alright, so you just gotta spam that. May not even be worth it. Alright, he's gonna shoot their arm. Oh. Alright. So, now, if you noticed at the end of the other one, I was able to knock the arm back to him on its way down. So let me try that and see if that helps. Because if I can do that, that may save some time. Nope. Now I've got no rings. Great. No rings, no rings. Ugh, and no rings either. So you can... Oh, this is annoying. This is very annoying. That laser, like what? How do I dodge the laser though? Great googly moogly, man. Alright. Alright, this is the last part. Now, I have no rings, so I can't take the hit. I don't know where he's going to fall. And he literally brings the stage down with him, so I have to know where he's going to be, and then I have to hit him. This is... So this is just blind faith at this point. So up to this point, you do have some modicum of control. He falls right down the middle, if I remember. I have no idea. This is my first time ever doing this, so I don't know. Oh my, right in the corner. I did it. Alright, is there another troll coming up? Alright. Wow. He was right there. So he falls right on top of you. So you just have to keep moving. I was literally on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. This game is a hoot, I'll say that. Indeed. OMG Aldo, there he goes. GG's, thank you. That was insane, says Herb. Sam, open up that iPad. Alright, so this is a remake of the Sonic 1 ending. The ending I never saw. Alright. Well, it took like 8 tries. This game just feels like such a troll, the whole thing. I would imagine if you have all the Chaos Emeralds, because in Sonic 1 the ending cutscene changes slightly. I would imagine it's the same way here. Sonic 1 is going to feel like a butter after this. BRB, I'm going to go get my broken iPad from my garage. Happy 32nd to our favorite Blue Blur. Is it 32? I could have sworn the anniversary was they were saying 30th, but okay. It is 32 because it's 1991. You're right. Happy 32nd birthday, Sonic, by playing Sonic 4. Not exactly the highlight of the series by any stretch, but I can say I beat episode 1. So, there's that. And I'm sorry, it's 5:30, but obviously I'm still going to switch to Sonic Origins. Absolutely. Amy Rose is turning 30. Sonic is turning 32. Thank you for the GGs, everyone. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Herb. Thank you, John JT. That was a journey, huh? That was a journey. So, okay, so on the whole, Sonic 4, like Herb says, it just feels off. If the physics and momentum were implemented better, the game would be far more enjoyable. And also, if the field of view is expanded, even though it's widescreen, the game is zoomed in, where you can't really see what's happening to your left or to your right. So it's actually not really widescreen, it's just taking a full 4:3 frame and zooming in on it to crop it. Which I'm sure if we'll look at Sonic Origins and go to the widescreen versions of Sonic 1, 2, 3, you're going to see a lot more there than you would here. Because again, it's zoomed in. So thank you everyone for sticking around for this this marathon that is Sonic 4. So yeah, Eggman took a couple tries. He took a couple tries, without a doubt. So how would you rate this? Seriously, I'd give it a 6. A 6. 6 out of 10. I mean, you know, 5 or 6, because it's not a complete failure. Again, the bones of a decent game are in here, but the way the game was shipped out, it just really knocks it down quite a few pegs. I'd say it's just above Sonic 06 in terms of enjoyment. That's better than I thought you would be. Try again. Okay, so without the Chaos Emeralds, you don't get the true ending. But collect all Chaos Emeralds. So it's basically telling you, hey, you stink. You didn't do good enough. Well, as fine as that was, we're going to leave that. And I'm going to switch right over to Origins. Let's see. Switch right on over. And flush it out. And feel the goodness of Sonic 1, which I think won the poll, right? As good as Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures, it's a really good game that's super hard to beat. Yeah, so AVGN Adventures, I played number 1, and I really enjoyed it. Again, it's very much a throwback to the old school 8-bit NES games, which I believe is from Freak Zone Games, and Freak Zone actually also did an 8-bit fan game of the horrible horror movie from the 60s or 70s. Manos, The Hands of Fate. Alright, so I have never seen this. This is all new to me. I never had Origins. So this is all new. You see Sonic running around Angel Island, I believe? Nope, Green Hill Zone. Oh, there's an animated intro? Okay, yeah, I'm all for this. There's Sonic, Tails, Knuckles. Alright, already, this is looking good. There's Amy, Metal Sonic. There's the Tornado. Sky Chase Zone from Sonic 2. Oh, there's the Egg Robot. All right. Sonic Origins. So that was for Sonic Origins. Plus is the expansion. There's a manual. Look at this. All right. I'm sorry, but I just like to explore things. And again, I'll go past the 6 o'clock time. Don't worry about that. But Sonic Origins, where it all began. The earliest Sonic titles are considered the true origin of the series. Now they're back with a host of optional upgrades, including the modernized Anniversary Mode. 4 classic titles, Sonic 1, Sonic CD, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Sonic & Knuckles. Plus 12 classic Game Gear titles available to download, which I have in this version. Sonic's unique brand of thrilling high-speed action awaits you, and these are the North American covers of the game, which in Japan and Europe, they were different. They did follow a more colorful, cutesy style. Right, saving games automatically. Sonic 3 and Knuckles additionally allows you to manage game data within the game itself. Yes, Sonic 3 had save slots. I think Sonic 1 is the most nostalgic for me, especially the music and speed. Yeah. I've never played the widescreen versions of any of these games, so this would be entirely new to me. So I think you need to play Anniversary Mode. Yeah. Enjoy powered-up features in Anniversary Mode, or play the games in their original form, Classic Mode. Anniversary Mode brings 16:9 widescreen aspect ratio. Player selection available in every title, each with their own save data. There is no game over or continue. You have infinite attempts, infinite lives. Look at that. Introduces coins that can be used to unlock bonus content in the museum. Clear various conditions to earn coins, including the conditions set in the original title to earn extra attempts in the form of tries and continues. Try the special stage as many times as you need to get the Chaos Emerald, provided you have a coin to spare. Ah, okay. This is all new to me. So, because even though Sonic Origins has been out for a while, I've never really looked into it because I wanted to play it for this stream for the video game club, so I kind of wanted to keep myself fresh. Classic mode, 4x3. The area to the left and right of the game screen can be customized in the options. Playable characters are limited to those available in the original game. They just have a time limit of 10 minutes game time. Exceed this and you lose a life. Remaining lives are in the bottom left. Yep. Tries and continues are awarded based on act clearance results, holding more than a certain number of rings in the act or special stages by picking up a 1-up item. Characters: Sonic, the world's fastest supersonic hedgehog, loves freedom and hates injustice. Though he can be a little too quick to act, he would never look away when someone is in need. Miles Tails Prower. Miles per hour. Get it? A kindly kid fox with 2 tails. He supports Sonic by spinning his tails and flying like a helicopter. Hey, can we talk about how adorable these original designs are? Sonic with his big pot belly and Tails with his little tiny nose. He just looks so happy. Infinite lives. Yeah, I've never done this, so this is new to me. Knuckles the Echidna, an echidna that protects the Master Emerald. He takes his work very seriously, but is also quite gullible. Dr. Eggman has him believing that Sonic the Hedgehog is the real enemy. Amy Rose, Sonic's greatest fan. She is energetic and always ready to join the action. She enjoys fortune card readings and wielding her Pico Pico hammer to help her friend. So Amy first debuted in Sonic CD, but she has now since become very synonymous with the crew. Dr. Eggman or Dr. Robotnik, depending on the classic title was Dr. Ivo Robotnik, but he has since been changed to Eggman. A self-proclaimed evil genius scientist, world domination is his goal, but Sonic keeps getting in his way. I think it was during the Sonic Adventure era where they rebranded him as Eggman in America. In Japan, he was always known as Eggman because of his body type. It looks like an egg. But in America, they had switched it to Robotnik. But it has since, they just call him Eggman now. Metal Sonic, a cutting-edge superpowered robot built by Dr. Eggman to get the upper hand against Sonic. He was designed to look like and match Sonic in both speed and power. Alright, so the main menu, yep. Blue spheres, okay, these are the extra stages in Sonic 3. Yep. So, Sonic 3 Knuckles is a game that I didn't play a lot of because I'd never had it for Genesis. So I'm not too familiar with Sonic and Knuckles, to be honest. Amy wearing a different dress. Well, that was her original look. That was her original look in Sonic CD. So she was changed in Sonic Adventure, yes, and going forward. But that was her original style in Sonic CD, where she first debuted. Amy Rose was originally called Rosie the Rascal in Sonic CD. You know, I don't remember. You may be right, yeah. I prefer Robotnik being his real name, and Eggman is a nickname or villain name. I always liked Robotnik better because Sonic could call him Robotnik. Yeah. Welcome, Waves and Games. I'm sorry if I didn't say hi to you before. I was right in the knee deep in the Eggman fight. And let me see what you wrote there. I like how they said the first games are considered to be the origins. That's the same as saying, let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to say, yeah, exactly. What else would be the beginning? Obviously, the first game. Story mode. Play as Sonic through all of the included titles in succession to enjoy the story and thwart each of Dr. Eggman's employees. Alright, so there's a mission mode. Interesting. Game Gear. Play 12 classic Game Gear titles. There are surprise illustrations. I'm so sorry, Waves and Games. I was just so stuck in the world of Sonic 4. That is completely rude of me. I'm so sorry. I've been here for an hour and you never said hello to me. I'm never coming back. I'm so sorry. That is unlike me. But I guess the mediocrity of Sonic 4 really frazzled my brain. Museum. Okay, there's a museum. Playing the game. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory. Just showing you what the HUD does. Rings, items, tricks and traps. Yep. Star post, your checkpoints, goals, Chaos Emeralds. Yep. All right, so Sonic, Sonic CD, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles. All right, Sonic 1. I mean, do you guys just want me to go to the game? I like reading this stuff, but I don't want to bore you to tears either. I suppose I could look at this outside of the stream. I'm shocked this game doesn't also have 3D Blast. Yeah, right? It must, you know what? It must be a rights thing because 3D Blast was made by Treasure, right? Or Telltale? Telltale, I think, did 3D Blast. So it might be a rights thing where Sega published the game, but the developers are actually Traveler's Tales. Traveler's Tale. Yeah. Yes, Traveler's Tale. So it could be a thing where maybe they don't have the full rights for it. I'm not quite sure. And a small part of me wanted at least a demo of Sonic Extreme. Ooh. Or Sonic Spinball. Yeah, Sonic Spinball is very strange why they didn't put that in. Henry says, read it. Traveler's Tales. Telltale's The Wolf Among Us. Yes, Walking Dead crap. Learning about the infinite lives and unlimited bonus level attempts was interesting. Okay, yeah, I'll keep reading. Cool. All right, Sonic. And you know what? This is part of Sonic's birthday, so it's good to get a little bit of history here. So Sonic 1, which Herb mentioned earlier, in the US and Europe was released on June 23rd, 1991. Which today is the 23rd, so literally 32 years ago. And July 26th, 1991 in Japan. The very first title that set the stage for the entire series. It was best known for its high-speed action, thrilling gimmicks, eye-popping graphics, and catchy soundtrack. Don't forget the ultra-cool visage of Sonic himself, who took the world by storm and became the public face of Sega. Yes, for those of you who were too young to remember, or maybe just don't remember, Sega never had what is called a mascot up until Sonic. They had various mascot-like characters, Alex Kidd, Wonder Boy, Flickies, things like that. But it wasn't. None of them stuck, and it wasn't. It wasn't until Sonic the Hedgehog was released where, if you heard the word Sega, the first thing that would come to mind is Sonic. Same thing if you say the word Nintendo, you're either going to think Mario, Zelda, technically Link, Metroid, Donkey Kong, those mascot characters. Sega didn't have really one until Sonic came around. That's today. Sonic Day and Shoryuken Day. Is also today a release date for Street Fighter 2? Really? Sonic was a huge impact on gaming. That actually had Nintendo worried, yeah. You still don't own a Sega CD? What are you waiting for, Nintendo, to make one? Right? All right, so the story of Sonic 1. As part of his quest to find the legendary Chaos Emeralds, evil genius scientist Dr. Eggman rounded up the South Island animals and turned them into robots. Now it's up to Sonic to release the animals from the robotic prisons and find the Chaos Emeralds before Dr. Eggman does. Alright, so special stage. If you complete a stage, if you get 50 rings, you get to do the special stage. And it's just a rotating level. You got to guide yourself through the maze and collect the Chaos Emerald. Easier said than done because there's a lot of instant traps that'll make you quit the stage. But it was very cool for the time being. And from what I believe, I think if you do anniversary mode, it actually plays the special stages at 60 frames a second, which was something that Genesis could not do. So the rotating stages moved at a very wonky frame rate because it was pretty much maxing the power of the Genesis at the time. So I think if I played this in anniversary mode, you can actually play it so the rotation of the special stage is as smooth as butter, 60 frames, which I've never seen in motion. And many people don't remember, but Super Mario World was actually rushed and not totally finished to meet the SNES launch. Yeah. Did any Sega game have the Sung logo at the start of the game before Sonic? No. To my knowledge, that was a Sonic 1 and Sonic team decision. The Sega. And actually, no other game outside of Sonic had people saying At least that Sega. I mean, there are other exceptions. For example, Jurassic Park on the Genesis has a T-Rex roaring Sega. So it says, Sega. You know, that type of thing. You might hear like the Sega scream, the Sega. But the Sega, that is an entirely a Sonic team thing. Sonic games. Correct me if I'm wrong. There are other things that say Sega, other voices, but the distinctive chorus type of sound you hear for Sega, I think is exclusive to the Sonic games. Even more than the game, I think Sonic really represented a new mentality in gaming that not only for the player but for the devs. Yeah, for sure. Comic Zone had someone yelling, yeah, so that was probably the Sega scream that you would hear in the commercial. Sega! That's different though. The Sega is a Sonic exclusive. Alright, so these are just some indications of things to know in the special stage, which is pretty self-explanatory. Sonic CD, released September 23rd, 1993 in Japan, October 93 in Europe, and November 23rd, 93 in the US. This title was released on Sega CD, or the Mega CD, as a Sonic series spin-off. It broke new ground in 2D action, featuring a time warp game mechanic that allows you to jump between the past, present, and future. It was also the first appearance of Amy Rose, and look, just like Sam mentioned, at the time, Amy was affectionately known as Rosie the Rascal in Japan, and Princess Sally in the US. So Sally, for fans of Sonic, the name may sound familiar because in the Sonic cartoon, The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, there was a character called Sally the Fox. So I think they might have taken inspiration from Amy and used Sally in the cartoon. Story: above Never Lake exists a beautiful celestial body known as Little Planet, which is only visible for a single month of the year. Using the power of the Time Stones, Dr. Eggman has begun constructing a fortress on Little Planet in his persistent pursuit of world domination. Upon arriving at Never Lake, Sonic saw what Dr. Eggman was up to and jumped into action to set things right. Beyond Oasis also says Sega. Okay. I wonder how they say it, though. I don't recall. Fun fact, the sound clip of Sega was bigger than the entire Sonic 1 game. Yeah, because getting voice samples in the games back then took up a ton of cartridge space. Alright, let me catch up here. Even in just megabytes, the sound clip was massive for the time, yep. But they knew it would solidify Sega as both a brand name and a sound. And it totally worked. As I mentioned, Sega in the 80s and 90s was a different beast than what they are now. This was a time when companies would experiment, and crazy experiments, like things that were doomed to fail. But because gaming was still relatively new, where things were still unheard of and undone, a lot of companies tried things, and they just like, hey, let's be the first to do it. You don't see that anymore, because everything's been done. So yes, Sonic CD, technically, it came out before Sonic 2. So in the chronological order, Sonic CD is before Sonic 2. But because so few people had a Sega CD, it's very, it's not remembered, even though it is such a different game. All right, so this is just giving you some mechanics on Sonic CD and Sonic 2. Oh, actually, no. So Sonic 2 actually came out first. I'm sorry. I could have sworn Sonic CD was in between. Sega plus Sonic was all about attitude, loud music, bright colors, and a counterculture vibe, and it really took them places. Agreed. To this day, Sega is still more often willing to take chances with their games and publishing rights, even if it's very different now. Yeah, for example, like Streets of Rage 4, right? Sega didn't do it themselves, but they licensed it out to another company, but they gave it to a company who knew what they were doing, and they respected the heritage of the franchise, or in the case of, letting fans do things. Like, for example, these widescreen ports of the games were originally created by a fan, Christian Whitehead, also known as Taxman back in the day. And he had created a widescreen version of Sonic CD, which was available to play on phones, Android phones. And Sega was so blown away that this one person reverse engineered the source code for Sonic CD and created his own engine, which I think was called the Hedgehog engine, and was able to do things that the game couldn't even do back then. And Sega was like, wow, you were pretty incredible. Let's hire you to make this official. And the rest is history, which is why Sonic Mania was so fantastic, because they let Christian Whitehead pretty much spearhead that whole thing, which is why it feels like such a natural extension, but modernized, of what the glory of classic Sonic is. Americans be making Sonic games too? Yeah, agreed. There's Sonic Spinball, for example, is American made. Sonic 3D Blast is American made, or at least not Japan. Traveler's Tales may be European. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, I mean, there are American instances of Sonic games for sure, or developers. I don't remember even knowing about Sonic until Sonic 2 and hearing the Sega Sonic logo at Toys R Us. Yeah. Sonic CD was the Sonic 2 by the Japanese team. Yes. Okay. Christian Whitehead tried to make me pay state income tax. Okay. So, boast increased speed and acceleration over the original title, as well as an exciting new 3D special stage. This title also introduced Sonic's loyal friend and sidekick Tails, who, as a playable character, can assist Sonic in the main game mode or compete against him in a split-screen race. All right. So the story, evil genius scientist Dr. Eggman is back. It's up to Sonic, assisted by Miles Tails Prower, to keep the Chaos Emeralds out of Dr. Eggman's hands and halt the construction of the ultimate weapon, the Death Egg. Alright, so this is two-player mode. You get split screen. It's basically a race against time. Who can beat the stage first? Special stage, which at the time was very mind-bending. It was a 3D-esque tunnel stage. Unheard of visuals for the time. Now, I believe for the anniversary edition here, it runs at 60 frames, which again, it did not. It ran, I think, at like 10, 15 frames. So that would be crazy to see in motion. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. All right, Sonic 3 was released February 2nd, 1994 in the US, February 4th, 94 in Europe, and May 27th, 94 in Japan. Now, Sonic and Knuckles, which was the expansion, including lock-on technology, was released October 18th, 1994, worldwide. The action-packed story introduces Sonic's new rival Knuckles, a red echidna, and features character-specific actions, increasing its playability. While the two parts of the story were originally released as separate titles, both are included together in this collection. Yes, and fun fact, if you look at the box art of Sonic 3, it is, whoever drew it, it was American, and they're actually using the designs from the Saturday morning cartoon, Sonic the Hedgehog. Because if you look at Eggman, he is very much drawn like he was in the Saturday morning cartoon. Same thing with Tails. So it's kind of like a mix of Genesis art and then American cartoon art. So it's weird. Sega of Japan, Sega of America didn't really agree on many things, including Sonic, so the San Francisco team took on Sonic 2 as we know it. Yes, correct. I often wonder what classic Sonic games would have been like had the Sonic 1 team kept making all of them and stuck with the same art style. Interesting. Family Time says, Waved in Games. I'll have to catch you guys next week. Well, thank you so much for hanging on. Waves and Games, I appreciate the support as always. Have a fantastic rest of your week with your family. I love how they botched the timeline of Sonic 3, so instead of delaying, they invented new tech to make it work. Like only Sega mid-90s with that kind of money could pull it off. Nintendo would have just waited probably for Sonic 3 to be complete. Deadlines are deadlines. Yeah, again, bold. They were willing to try things out, for better, for worse. I think for better, because it at least showed a gung-ho spirit, like, let's do it. Underdog. Alright, Sonic 3 story. Thanks to the bravery of our heroes, Death Egg dropped out of the sky onto a floating island. However, Dr. Eggman plans on resurrecting it using the power of the Chaos Emeralds, which are hidden somewhere on the island. As a means to a nefarious end, he convinces Knuckles, the somewhat gullible guardian of the Master Emerald, that Sonic is the real villain. Sonic and Knuckles story. After smashing the Death Egg into the planet, Sonic was blown deep into the Mushroom Hills. Knuckles appears before him and vows that he will never succeed in resurrecting the Death Egg. As the confrontation begins between the two fated rivals, the future of the Chaos Emeralds hangs in the balance. And this is just a versus mode here. Just a listing of icons, things to know, and just giving you an overall gust of how the special stage works. And there are other things here, like the slot machines, the gumball machine, glowing spheres, and just controls. Alright, basically telling you, hold jump midair to launch a spin dash upon landing. Hold jump in midair. Oh, okay. Spin dash, alright, dash. So you fly, yep, fly, alright. Just a run of items here. Yes, you don't want to hit the thing with Eggman. That's not good. Coin, anniversary mode only. Gives you coins that can be used to retry special stages and purchase collections at the museum. Huh. Yeah, so the glowing spheres I don't remember because that was Sonic and Knuckles, so I don't recall that one. That's a new one to me. Alright, this is more Sonic and Knuckles. Game Gear games. Alright, so the manual actually gives you information about the Game Gear stuff. Now again, this is going to take a while, so at this point, I went over the mainline games, but just to show you that the Game Gear games available, Sonic 1, which actually I believe has a song that Janet Jackson infamously used as one of her beats, Everywhere I Go, I believe. And there's a song from Sonic the Hedgehog on Game Gear that is literally, she lifted it to use for her song. Sonic 2, Sonic Chaos, Sonic Drift, Sonic Spinball. So Sonic Spinball is here, but it's the Game Gear version, which I've never played. It's Triple Trouble, Sonic Drift 2, Tails Sky Patrol, Tails Adventures, Sonic Labyrinth, Sonic Blast, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, and that is it for the Game Gear titles. Alright, well, it's been long enough, so let me at least give a look here for Sonic 1, Anniversary Mode, check tutorials. Huh. Special stages, yep. Coins. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, look, there's a movie that plays. There's a flicky. Oh, the Robotnik boss music. He's kidnapped the animals. And thus the adventure begins, as that's Green Hill Zone in the background there. Look at that. It is... Alright, it's in widescreen. Look at that. Oh, okay, so I didn't know that it lets me pick characters. So whoever's still here, I know this has been incredibly delayed. Who should I play as? Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, or Amy? Look at Tails. Look at how cute Tails is. Let's see. I missed the old monitors from Sonic 1, CD, and 2 for sure. Yeah, they did change them. Starting with Sonic 3, the whole look of them was different. Yeah, absolutely. Sonic 1 and Chaos on Game Gear are pretty excellent, but 2 and Blast are not great. Triple Trouble is good too, and the 16-bit fan remake of it is fantastic. I haven't tried that yet, but I've heard it's quite good, yeah. All the Game Gear titles that made it to Master System are better on Yeah, it's interesting why the Master System games were not chosen here. Because the Master System games have a far larger field of view. So I'm not sure why those were not chosen. Very interesting omission. Best boss music. I really love Sonic 1's boss music, and I really love the final stage boss music. It's so good. I really like the music in Sonic 1. It has a very unique sound to it, for sure. Who should I be? Well, I guess to get rid of the stench of Sonic 4's physics, I should probably just do Sonic. But then again, Amy's here. So, I don't know. What do you think? Herb? Or anyone else, if you'd like to chime in? Who should I be? Your destiny is in my... I leave it in your hands. The stench. Right? I mean, this is obviously going to feel very, very different. I don't know how Knuckles would feel. Knuckles would feel very off. Sonic first zone, then quit, and then at first stage it switched to Amy. Okay. Alright. Wow. Look at that momentum. Look at that. See how Sonic just starts moving? Oh, there's the drop dash. Alright. Wow, spin dash in Sonic 1. That's pretty amazing. Alright. Oh, just the momentum. Look at that. Look at that. I'm just taking my time because it just feels good. Oh man, I need to adjust to it all over again. Man. Alright, always want to take the top route. It's always your friend. Wow, it's just so loose compared to Sonic 4. It's just so good. It feels great. Feels awesome. Top route. You always want to go top route. Top route is your friend. Alright, here, 1, 2, 3. Now, I want to try to drop in here. Man, that just feels good. That just feels so good. That it is like butter, my word. You can go from 0 to 50. The momentum when you're jumping is Almost makes me want to shed a tear. All right. Look, I can actually jump. All right, so I can actually jump here too, which is amazing. There's no time limit. Oh man. Well, I didn't do. All right. No, I don't want to retry that. That's fine. But still, it still feels so much better. Yeah, that just feels nice. It feels nice. All right, Amy. How does Amy play? Oh wow, okay, double jump is the hammer. Look at... wow. She has a drop dash too. Oh wow, her drop dash is using her hammer. Okay, she can be a potentially busted character. Yeah, look at that. Look at that speed. Just keep going. Just keep going. Look at... oh. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that, look at that. Just... that just feels good. But yeah, using that hammer, well shoot, that could break the game, yeah. In a good way. Alright, so you wanna slow things down, for sure. So yeah, the special stage is running at 60 frames. This is crazy. Alright, so I want to go here. No, 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 no. No! Alright, it was closer with Amy, but... even though, because it's running at a different frame rate now, you kind of have to adjust how you play. Again, I'm going from Sonic 4 to this, so now, yeah, I have to, like, get used to the freedom that this allows. I wonder if, like with Robotnik, this type of jump... yeah, see, it can hit multiple enemies. Alright, so there's a little trick I remember from the Genesis days. If you make this jump, you get a special area. Remember that. Wow, you're just moving so fast. I have to, like, slow myself down because I'm not used to it anymore. There you go. This just feels nice. It really feels, and the widescreen helps. You can see what's ahead of you. All right, so now I gotta go through there. I know that. All right. Nope, 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 nope. All right. Get in, get in, get in. Come on. Nope, 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 nope. No, 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 no. Get in there. There we go. There you go. Which is interesting. This was this was the second special stage. I didn't get the emerald the first time. I could have sworn it only did it in order of how you would get it. Interesting. Something like that in a magazine. 15 individual points of velocity compared to Mario's 2 of either walk or run. That's super useful, especially in Labyrinth Zone. People hate on later levels, but this game is all about learning the movement to perfect trajectory and velocity into a streamlined, customized experience for each player. Yeah, agreed. It's hard to describe to newer gamers because not only the graphics and sound, but the movement specifically felt so advanced in this game at the time. Sonic 4, by contrast, is literally like pushing a truck all the time. Yeah. I'm just curious to see how will this invincibility help against Eggman. I'm curious. There's also a speedrunning strat for like this where you can like break the physics, but I don't know how to do it. I've seen people do it, but look, oh, I almost made it through. All right. Grab that. Ooh, all right. Well, that's all right. There should be more rings here. There should be more over here, too. I remember. Yep. Alright, so now Eggman time. I wonder if this hammer helps. Alright, so the hammer doesn't work. You can't get, like, double hits. I thought you would. Interesting. Alright, it would have been nice if you get, like, a double hit. But I guess not. Alright. Well, that's Amy. I guess depending on the game, like you said, a level like Labyrinth Zone, I think would really benefit her. Even though Marble Zone might work too. What a fantastic intro! What the first notes of this song are so good. See what I'm thinking. That type of hammer smash would work. Even though, I mean, you just spin on them from the top. That's the way to do it, but... Now, this stage always reminded me of Altered Beast. I always remembered. It looks like the first stage from Altered Beast. Now, there is a glitch where you can skip the stage if you do this. I don't know if they fixed this with this anniversary, but there is a level warp where anytime you come across these intersecting a plane and a moving platform, if you sandwich yourself in the right spot, you would zip through the whole stage. I've only done it a few times. I don't know if they fixed it, because it's definitely a speedrunning strat. But it would be interesting if it actually works. But definitely drop dash hammers OP. But yeah, no multiple hits is more balanced. Should I try? See, there's a way to do this. You have to be like right I don't know if Amy can do it. You have to do the pushing animation, but it's like right on the edge. And it may be a certain platform where you can do it. But that's the glitch. It's called a speed warp glitch. And yeah, I don't want to get crushed for sure. Huh. Yeah, I don't know if you can do it in Sonic Origins, but it is a level warp. It looks like it may have been patched out, because sometimes with Sonic at least, but again, it could be Amy because her hitbox may be different. With Sonic, you would see him twitch around. So maybe it's not available here. You know what? It might be this one. It might be this one. I don't know. It might be patched out. But it's literally like you gotta walk right on the edge and then you warp. But it seems it's pushing me back. Normally it doesn't do that. So I'm thinking they fixed it. Look at that, Amy has a animation for when she's on the ledge. But yeah, I guess it was patched out. You can't do it. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, that wasn't... maybe in classic mode you can do it, but not here. That might be something. Little Casper the Friendly Ghost that you saved there. Alright, watch out for the spikes. Yeah, the sense of momentum is just... it feels so liberating. It really feels good. Wait for this to drop down. Then you want to make sure you don't get smashed. And wait. Now, I'm sure with Knuckles, you can probably climb this and maybe find something up there. I would imagine. One thing that always fascinated me about this stage was, in the beta versions of this stage, there were UFOs in the background. You would see flying saucers. But, they took it out. They took it out in the final version, but in the original version, you would see flying saucers in the background. Not sure why they got rid of that. Alright, so... oh, this one, I have to be in the middle. I remember that. Nope, 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 nope. So much for that. But yeah, you have to go to the middle of the room. Oh, you know what? I could try it again. You gotta get to the middle of the room. There it is. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, so I want to try to... break through. Oh, no, 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 no. 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 Alright. Try to... oh, no, 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 no. No. Darn it. I will not. Ugh, I'm just doing this the hard way. Alright, here we go. There you go. Work for it. You work for it. Persistence pays off. Alright, so you can retry the stages, that's cool. Yes, true. I got it. Crusader, what's up? Wow, long time no see. How are you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for popping. This is literally, I'm on overtime right now, but because it took me so long to beat Sonic 4, I figured I'd give a little more time. I'm playing as Amy, which is in the Sonic Origins Plus, which is the expansion, lets you do that. It becomes a much harder game from here on out. Not sure if they added stuff for Knuckles to fight. Yeah, I would imagine so, because he wasn't available in Sonic 1 originally. It was just Sonic 2 that you could play him in. So I would imagine so. Alright. Now, speedrunners, apparently, you can run through those flames. Alright, there's my Pico Pico hammer. There's also a funny hitbox with the lava. You can actually run right through it. There's a funny thing where you can just bypass the flame entirely. But yeah, maybe because I was playing Sonic 4, but the sense of momentum, it just feels so much faster. Maybe I'm misremembering Sonic 1, but man, this feels faster than what Sonic 1 was. But again, I'm coming from Sonic 4, so that could be right. And then Spin Dash is a changer. I'm not using it as much because I'm not used to it in Sonic 1. Alright. Look at that. If you hold up, you can look up. Unlike Sonic 4, where you can't. I hate to harp on Sonic 4, but it's just a lot of things that they do wrong. Alright, go up. Definitely feels like Altered Beast to me. Yep, if you time the Pico Pico hammer right, you can bypass the worms. Alright. Whoop. Oh. Yeah, wow, the jumping just feels so loose, which I think is great. But when you're going from Sonic 4, it definitely takes some getting used to. So yeah, with Amy, you can hit these enemies without even hitting them from the safe side. Alright, so let's see here. It's funny that the spin dash is there, but since I'm so used to never playing Sonic 1 with it, I don't know what to do. Alright, get this guy. So yeah, Amy is definitely, oh, alright, that's fine. Get the invincibility. Bypass all this silliness. Wow, you can even hit enemies from afar. Alright, there's a fake wall around here somewhere, right? I must have missed it already. Alright, look at that momentum just from the jump. Ugh. I'm just gushing over this, but it just feels so good. it just is such a pleasant change of pace. It really is. Let me catch up with the chat here. The retries are a good idea. It was tough to make sure you get 50 rings at the end of each act. Indeed, especially later on, for sure. Crusader, I've been alright, Shin. How have you been? It's great to see you again. I've been good, man. Just life, work, family, and on Fridays I get to have a little distraction, play some games, and hang out with some cool people. So it's pretty good, all things considered, man. How are you? I'm not going to say there wasn't player expression since the beginning of gaming, but Sonic felt like a whole new level of assuming the role of your on-screen avatar. Yeah, I mean, because, yeah, this was a thing where if you didn't move, Sonic would tap his feet and look at you like, let's go, you know, or on the corner of a ledge, he'd be, you know, doing like a Looney Tunes expression, or, you know, Mario never did that. Mario was just always very straight-laced, I guess, in comparison. So Sonic definitely was a much more expressive type of character. I think Amy's a little speedy. Yeah, she seems to vroom. Like the acceleration is just instant. No build-up like there was with Sonic. So yeah, I think she is much faster. It seems like it. And they wonder why so many people out there identify with animals. Touche, touche. There weren't as many situations set up for spin dash in this game. I really loved the bonuses when you jump at the end above the sign. All the zones have unique touch points. Yes. Been alright, just been gaming and looking for what to do next in life. Was about to play some Shenmue. Ooh. Thought of you, and then I see you're live on YouTube. You can't go wrong with Shenmue. You can never go wrong with Shenmue. I'll be the first to say it. Alright, you want to slow down. I don't remember where the emerald is here. So I kind of need to, like, watch where I'm going. Oh, alright, I didn't want to go there. No, I don't want to speed up. Alright, I don't want to go that way. Slow down. That's a goal. I don't want that. No. Oh, okay. Oof. I somehow made it through the skin of my teeth. Alright. Alright, alright. Come on. There you go. Boom. Once you find the sweet spot, you're good. 3 emeralds. So in Sonic 1, there are only 6. There are not 7. Shenmue is so good. You're right. You can't go wrong there. Shenmue is a game changer, and in my case, a life changer. It changed my life. I'm the first one to admit it. I guess the whoop. I almost got crushed there. Want to try to get the max points possible. Yeah, so with Amy, you can just abuse the Pico Pico hammer and just attack enemies when you normally wouldn't be able to. So that's really interesting. Listen to that music. Listen to that music. I will say the emulation for the sound, I think, is very spot on. Oop, I want to go this way, yep. Alright, so I want to go this way again. Just use the Pico hammer. Oh, alright, I saw that coming. That's on me. This one you can skip, I remember that. Normally this would be an extra life, oh it is. But in this case it's a secret coin. Oh, yeah, so her jump, her height on her jump is definitely higher than Sonic. Oh boy. Whoop. Alright. Yeah, she definitely has a higher arc than Sonic. There's no doubt about it. But she can just clear these pits. She might be able to just clear that gap without even needing to wait. See how far she jumps there? Alright. So she's a zippier. That was me. That's my fault. I was going for the ring. So if you time this right, you can actually, you can get multiple hits on Eggman. Yeah, so you can defeat him in quicker time because of the hammer. Look at that. Okay. So yeah, she can make things easier, but she can also make things a little harder because her acceleration is just incredibly fast and her jump is higher than Sonic. Without a doubt. That's what I'm noticing right now. Time to cope. Look at that speed. Look at that speed. That's just, oh, that's good. Cope. Look at actual acceleration, unlike Sonic 4, where you can't. Oh, alright. Well, that's alright. This is the part where Sonic 1 can be tricky because these, the hitboxes on moving platforms is always very funky. So there were moments where you would get an insta-kill, even though you weren't, oh, you gotta watch out for the spikes. Forgot about those guys. They always just, remember you gotta jump, yep. Now, you could technically just spin dash through this without any problem. Yeah, Amy's speed is no joke. See, for example, you could just spin dash through that. I remember there was something here, yep. Little shortcuts. I'm really going on overtime here, but this is just fascinating to see this whole different aspect of classic Sonic. I'm digging it. Oh, geez. All right. Get him for his troubles. Look at that. Holy smokes. Look at that acceleration. Wow. Alright, so these guys, for example, again, you could hit them without having to worry. Normally, you'd be screwed if you attempted to do that, but with Amy, no biggie. 2 enemies at once. Yeah, so it's definitely a new way to play, you know. Alright, so I want to get the coin. There was something over here, too. Little shortcut. No coins, though. No 50 coins. All right. Well, I'm already past time. It's 6:39, so I do need to wrap up. As much as I would love to continue playing, but I can certainly continue next week. Absolutely. But let me go to the main menu and new museum content unlocked. Look at that. Okay. Cool. Go to the title screen, and I do need to close the game. I'm so sorry that the Origins was such a small piece of this stream, but at least I completed Sonic 4, so there's that. But let me give a shout out to everyone who is here, here today from the beginning. Thank you to everyone who popped in. Sam, Herb, as always, thank you for sticking until the bitter end, Herb. I know it was overtime today. Linda, thank you so much. Gamer Beast, thank you so much for coming on by. EC Myers Vids, thank you. Chris from Video Game Dust Loops, thank you so much for stopping by. Waves and Games, John JT, thank you so much for coming on by. Let me see, is there anyone else that I may be missing here? Henry, of course, thank you for coming on by, Henry, appreciate it. And let me see. Anyone else who may have been popping by, even lurkers, thank you so much for coming on by. Crusader, of course. And let me catch up actually what you were saying before. You were talking about Shenmue. Let's see. Doing the docs has been a nice way for me to just zone out and relax. Shenmue is amazing. Ah, good. So you know what, actually? Just for Rio. Ah, good. It's just that I love Shenmue. Shenmue's the greatest of all the time. Maybe there's Supersonic in this version. I would assume so. Yeah, I would guess so. I know there's a Super Amy where she turns white, so I would assume so. I would have to guess. They got the sound right with this version, and I love that. Genesis games always sound weird on anything but yes, because of that very distinctive Yamaha soundboard that the Genesis had, which gave you so much twang and bass. But yeah, they were able to make some wonderful music with the Genesis. Absolutely. I had a Genesis 1 and the sound was incredible, especially hooked up to a stereo. Yes, Genesis 2 and 3 no longer had the Yamaha soundboard, so it did not sound anywhere near as good. Fun fact, the original Sonic that said not for resale had a bug where you get hurt on spikes even if you're flashing after being hit. Yes. So that is actually known as version 0 of the game. So there were no iframes after you got hit. So let's say an enemy, or let's say you hit an enemy, or an enemy hit you, and in that 1 second where you're like, and you touch a spike, or if you fall on spikes, fall, and then do, into another spike, you instantly die. Yeah, the other revisions of the game switched it so that you had at least, I think, a second and a half of invincibility while you're blinking. So yes, for sure. They fixed that later, but I saw you instinctively not get on the spikes twice. Yes, it's just yeah, because I had the not for resale version that came packed in with the Genesis. So that's the one that I grew up on. So I learned the hard way to move instantly. That was great fun. Half a Sonic game per stream seems legit. Yeah, right? No, but sure, I can certainly continue this next week because, again, there's a whole bunch of Sonic games. There's Game Gear games. And, previously with my very first stream, way back in 2020 or 2021, I did complete Sonic 1. So I have done a run of Sonic 1. I would just need to do Sonic 2 and 3, I guess, to complete the series, a classic series. Then there's Sonic CD as well. Then there's the Game Gear games. So for sure. I love it. Still do it to this day. Absolutely. But yes, thank you to everybody who popped in. So if you're curious to see what games I have completed on this stream, if you look at the description, I have an updated list of the games and the platforms I've completed them on. So I will, after this is over, I will update it with Sonic 4 Episode 1. And I mean, there is episode 2. I don't know if there's interest in having me do that. I've heard it's better. But yeah, I mean, to reiterate, Sonic 4, mediocre. It is mediocre because it's held back by a lot of strange design decisions that just pull it down. It could be good. It could be good. But yeah, a lot of weird decisions that are very strange. Thanks for the stream, Aldo. This was an interesting journey today, and I appreciate your patience and resilience to beat Sonic 4. I did it, yeah. Going from 4 to 1 is mind-boggling for a 19-year difference in quality. Yeah. Like you said, like butter. It really did feel like just such a smooth sailing, just running Green Hill. And again, it could be because Amy's just that much faster, but when I did it even as Sonic, just the speed, the going from still to running, it takes half a second, and not even. And in Sonic 4, it takes like 2 seconds to just get any type of momentum. It just feels so slow. And you notice too, so what I was saying before, and I hate keep the delay, but Sonic 1 with the widescreen hack, the field of view is so huge. You see everything. Sonic 4, it's like if they took me and they just did this. It's still widescreen, but you're taking this existing border and zooming in on it and only showing a portion of it. That's not widescreen. Ah man, Mr. Resident Evil. I did do RE1 for Halloween last year. But again, the idea was to not do a game because it's bloody or gory. I did it more as an educational thing to show, hey, this is how game design was back at this time, and also talk about when I played Resident Evil as a kid, and also do tips because I played that game so much that I know it inside and out, giving strategies, tips, and all that stuff. So that was the idea, but it's not meant. I don't normally do games like that at all. I always do rated T or below. But nonetheless, yes, I wanted to scare the children. No. It was to educate that this is how far games have come since then. But nonetheless, yes, I'm already way past overtime here, but thank you so much for coming on by. Thank you, all of you who enjoyed. If you could leave a thumbs up to let the higher-ups at the library know that I'm doing a semi-decent job, I'd greatly appreciate it. So I think next week I will continue with the Sonic Origins, because again, I've only done a little bit of Sonic 1. There are a ton of other games to play and other characters to play as. I could do the mission mode, which is like the story mode. So, we'll see. I will leave a vote if you want me to continue with Sonic Origins or another game, Sonic 4 Episode 2, or anything else that may come to mind. So, thank you. As always, let me give the proper screen here. We are here live from Fridays to 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the Norwalk Public Library YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Please enjoy your weekend. Have fun. Be safe. Enjoy your time with family, friends, or even if you're on your own, that's totally cool. All I ask is that you spread a little bit of kindness. Be kind to your fellow person, especially in these days, these tumultuous times that we live in. A little bit of kindness can go such a long way. And just being kind to your fellow person, you could change their whole day. You could change their whole week for the better. And what greater gift is there than to positively shape someone's life? So let's be kind to one another, please. I will see you here next week, right here on the NPL Video Game Club. Take care, everybody.